नरसिंहा हृदय नरसिंहा नरसिंहा मादिं शरणं प्रपदे तवे कर कमले वरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा केशवधृता नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर कमल वरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंगार नर हरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव नरसिंह देव जय नरसिंह देव जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज श्री नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय।
Hare Krishna. So thank you everyone for coming to Bhaktivedanta Manor on this wonderful Sunday afternoon. And there is prasadam being served in the Haveli, so you can take some if you like. And there will also be a class on the Bhagavad Gita right here in the temple room, given by Her Grace Priya Sakhi Radhe Mataji. So please do hang around and listen to some wisdom. We also have on Sunday Love Feast programs with a talk, entertainment and wonderful prasadam. So you can come to them every Sunday happening starting from 11:30 and also another one at 4:30 starting. So thank you everyone for coming and we look forward to seeing you again very soon. Hare Krishna. Just give us a few minutes while we set up for the class. Hare Krishna. I think two. Wait, can you help me bring the gas? Sorry. Set up. Hare Krishna. For those attending the class, kind request if you could face towards the speaker on this side.
everyone for coming to the Bhaktivedanta Manor. So we are going to sing a little song. Thank you. So I'll just say the first line and see whether we can follow it. Okay, it's easy. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana Ranjana Yashodanandana Prajajana Ranjana 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 Yamuna Tira Vanachari Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Radha Gokulananda Shri Radhe Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman Jaya Sita Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So today we are reading from chapter 2, verse 49. So verse is there on the screen. Durena hi avaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya uttal sharanam anvicha kripana palahetava durena hi avaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya uttal sharanam anvicha kripana palahetava durena hi avaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya uttal sharanam anvicha kripana palahetava. Is anyone would like to try this verse? No pressure? Okay, that's fine. So we'll be reading the translation and the purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, O Dhananjaya, keep all abominable activities far distant by devotional service, and in that consciousness surrender unto the Lord. Those who want to enjoy the fruits of their work are misers. So the purport by Srila Prabhupada. One who has actually come to understand one's constitutional position as an eternal servitor of the Lord gives up all engagements save working in Krishna consciousness. As already explained, Bhakti Yoga means transcendental loving service to the Lord. Such devotional service is the right course of action for the living entity. Only misers desire to enjoy the fruit of their own work, just to be further entangled in material bondage. Except for work in Krishna consciousness, all activities are abominable because they continually bind the worker to the cycle of birth and death. One should therefore never desire to be the cause of work. Everything should be done in Krishna consciousness for the satisfaction of Krishna. Misers do not know how to utilize the assets of riches which they acquire by good fortune or by hard labor. One should spend all energies working in Krishna consciousness, and that will make one's life successful. Like misers, unfortunate persons do not employ their human energy in the service of the Lord. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Katamayam Tatati Swapadantikam Vandekam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rukam Sakajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sachivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sakana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shvanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarupyasya Kripa Sindhupya Evacha Patitanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So thank you so much once again for coming. I think you all are familiarized with the Bhagavad Gita. So first, to understand the Bhagavad Gita, we need to inquire why we are suffering in this world, where we are going, what happens, where we come from, what happens after death. So Bhagavad Gita is like a man's manual. So you know that whenever, as an example, when you buy an appliance or something like that, it always comes with a handbook. You know, it tells you how to function this, how to do this, how to do that. It's like that. We are having this human form of life is very rare, because in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says there are 8.4 species of life, but out of that, 400,000 is the human form of life. So this is very, very special, as we have this human form of life. So Bhagavad Gita is teaching you how to live a life and how to love your life and how to let go of things. Okay, so the Bhagavad Gita is talking about the 5 major topics. The first one is Atma, which is your soul. Second one is your material nature, which is Prakriti. Then is Kala, your time, the karma, the activities that you do in this life. And ultimately is Ishvara, is God. So in conclusion, so we are living in this world as a soul, doing so many activities in a certain time of time, which is Kala, but ultimately we need to go back home, back to Godhead. So that is our constitutional position. So as you all know, Bhagavad Gita is a conversation between Krishna, the Lord, and his intimate friend Arjuna. And it was spoken on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And actually it took only 45 minutes to speak Krishna this beautiful Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. And it has 700 verses, and it has got 18 chapters. So these 18 chapters are divided into 3 sections. So one is Karma Yoga. The first 6 chapters are called Karma Yoga. Okay, how to live our life. The last 6 chapters are called Jnana Yoga, which is chapter 13 to 18. And the middle 6 chapters, which is the 7 to the 12, is called Bhakti Yoga. Okay? So we talk about yoga a lot because the Bhagavad Gita is full of yogas. Okay? It's a book of yoga. So at this time, nowadays, if you ask people what is this yoga is about, people talk about some sort of actions, moves, or exercise and things like that. But in Vedic culture, the yoga means to link, to connect, to connect our consciousness to the Supreme Lord. So that is the yoga means. So Srila Prabhupada says in the chapter 6, verse 46, is one of his purport. When the linking process is predominantly in fruitive activities, is called Karma Yoga. Which is predominantly empirical, it is called Jnana Yoga. And when it is predominantly in a devotional relationship with the Supreme Lord, it is called Bhakti Yoga. So the Bhakti Yoga, or Krishna consciousness, is the ultimate perfection of all yogas. So we'll just look at the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita. We'll just quickly look at the chapter 1, which is observing the armies. As you'll know, Arjuna was bewildered. So Arjuna asked Krishna, oh, can you please take me to the middle of the battlefield? So I want to see the opposition. So even though he knows who is going to be there. So Krishna took him in the middle of the battlefield. And when Krishna saw everyone, he got bewildered. Arjuna. Because his friends are there, his family is there, what is going to happen? Am I going to kill all of these people? So he was kind of overwhelmed, and he came up with 4 reasons that why he cannot fight. The first one is the compassion for the friends and his relatives. So he got because Vaishnavas are soft-hearted, and he is a pure devotee of the Lord. So the next one is, he is talking about there is not going to be any enjoyment even if I become victorious, because there is nobody is there. The third one he came about is fear of sinful activities. So he's going to kill all these people. What will I become? I don't want to take all of these sins. So this is Arjuna is spoken about. When he is talking about the destruction of the family tradition, you know, as we grow up, there are elders. He'll teach you how to do things, what to do things, not to do things, you know. They talk about our culture, the tradition. So if he is talking about if everyone kind of passed away by killing on this battlefield, who is going to teach about this? So there must be a destruction. So these are his calamities, his doubts are. So then, beginning of the chapter 2, he said, I can't do this, Krishna, please help me. Please help me to understand and clear my doubts. And so he will surrender into Krishna to get some advice. So sometimes when we also have this problem, when calamities come, when problems comes, we also go into our own cocoon, you know, on our shells. But all the thing you have to do is you need to reach out to people, someone who cares about you, love you, someone who can trust you, and mainly someone who can give some spiritual advice as well. So that is very much needed. So after that, Krishna is taking the position of a spiritual master. Now Krishna is talking about our spiritual identity. Here he is talking about we are not this body, we are the spirit soul. This is very, very important to understand, because change of body is natural. In chapter 2, verse 13, Krishna is talking about Dehi nosmin yada dehe kaumaram yavaram jara yada dehantara praptir dhirastatra namuyadi. So as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person do not be bewildered by such a change. So it's natural, right? So when we born as a babies. You can see all around us, we have so many little children, babies, then they are growing up, the youth, then we come to an adult age, then of course we come to old age. So when the soul is passing at the time of death, Krishna is talking about, please do not be bewildered. Because this body is material, as you can see. This body is made of skin, flesh, blood, bone, you know. So this is kind of, it's a temporary. Today I'm wearing this jumper, blue color jumper, but after some time I'll change this because I can't wear it anymore. So it is like that, right? So again, another example is the car and the driver. Everybody drive here, right? So everybody drive. So okay, it's a brand new car, it works well. After 5 years, there is a little problem comes. Okay, we go to the mechanics. Then again, after the next 10 years, okay, we'll try to fix things. You know, our human body also like that. So we also get disease, we also get problems. We go to the doctors, you know, we go for so many things. We try to fix things. But in one point, there is a time comes, you know, the car does not going to work. So we as a driver, we need to move on. We just move to the next car. So that's what happens at the time of death as well. Krishna talks very vividly in this chapter 2, soul never dies, you know, it's unborn. You can't kill the soul, you can't cut, you can't burn. Even someone says, oh, I killed him or something like that. Actually, they are killing just this temporary body, okay? So it's not the soul. So its attachment is really hard, but then Krishna tells us to tolerate as well, because these are non-permanent. I can think about this. Even the cold and heat situations are there, in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says in Vrindavan, how it's very cold. But the people need to get up and they need to take cold showers. They have to tolerate. And also the heat is intense heat. But the ladies need to cook in the kitchen to serve Krishna. So these things you have to tolerate. It is really hard. Attachment is there. But I can think about a few years ago, my mother-in-law passed away. She's a very gentle soul. It was really hard to see her going. But what I did was I read the Bhagavad Gita for her. All the senses are gone. She can't move, she can't see. But everybody say the hearing is the last sense, is going to go the last, so they can hear you everything. So one day I'll pick up and I just read all the verses for her. Sometimes I read the translations for her. Sometimes I pick up certain chapters for her. So it really helps. Of course, it's hard to see her go, but that is the reality. But we need to help that soul to do something. But I'm very much satisfied. Of course, she's probably in a better place, So these things you need to think about. Then Krishna says, to Arjuna performs his duty as dharma, because Arjuna's duty is he's a Kshatriya, so he's a king. So he need to look after his citizens who is there. So if he needs to fight, he needs to fight. He can't be shy away from it. And then he's saying, because Arjuna said there won't be any enjoyment, because what am I going to do? Everybody is died. But Krishna is saying, even in enjoyment, if you get victory, you get all the kingdom. Or if you get loss in this battlefield, still you go to the heavenly planet because you are doing your dharma. Krishna is talking about the two, Swadharma and Sanatan Dharma, two dharmas here. So Swadharma is your worldly duties, that's your responsibilities to the family, to the society, to the nation. And the Sanatan Dharma is your eternal spiritual duty, which is to the relationship with the God, to the all other spirit soul, okay, to the all the nature. So Krishna is talking about you have to do this duty side by side. For example, like a spiritual father, We'll talk about this later because I'm just kind of recapping. Then he is talking about, if I kill anyone, I'll get sins. Can you remember that I was talking about? Then Krishna is telling Arjuna, if you don't perform this duty, anyway you get sin. Because that is your Swadharma, that is your Sanatan Dharma, to fight. So you have to fight. There is no chance. Okay? So now, then after that, Krishna is speaking about the Buddhi Yoga. So all this time, Krishna is talking about the analytical way. That is your Sankhya Yoga with the body and the soul. Now Krishna is talking about the Buddhi Yoga. He is saying, engage your intelligence in this yoga. So use your intelligence, that is Buddhi, in devotional service. So there is no loss. So any little activities that you do, for example, you came on this Sunday, you had a beautiful darshan, and you are listening to some wisdom, and then you probably go and have some prasad. So all this 1 hour or 2 hour, whatever time that you have spent here, is going to be in your profit account. Okay, so at the time of a death, when this comes, even if you kind of come across like 1% or 2% of it, it's still going to be there in your next life. Just imagine if you have a material opulence, people are after nowadays. Big car, big family, or big house, or holidays and everything. Everything will go at the time of death. You are not going to carry anything. In your next birth, you are going to start all over again, A, B, C, D. It depends which language you are in. Okay, so there is no loss. So now we look at the 47 to 49. Today's verse is 49. But 47 to 49, Krishna is talking about Nishkama Karma Yoga. So 47 specifically, Krishna is talking about do your duties without attachment. So last week, this Bhaktasani Prabhu, he is here in front of me. He gave a nice, beautiful class. Just do everything without expectation. It is hard, So do your best, if you do anything with full attention and with very care and love, for example, nowadays, the best example I can think of is the students. When the students, they come across for the test. So they start to revise early, they do the past papers early, everything is nice and done, and they themselves know, I have done a good revision, I'm ready for it. But then you need to leave everything for Krishna to decide. It depends what happens, sometimes you get a good result, sometimes it's not. But it's all about Krishna to decide what is best for us. Okay, because Krishna knows everything, what is good for us. That's the main thing. It's because Krishna, as you all know, Krishna is the best chess player. You know about this chess player, right? So Krishna knows all the moves. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I know the past, present, and the future. We don't know anything, so he said to Arjuna, you know the current where you are, but I know your past and present and future across what you're doing. So our dear Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, if you all see it here, this is Srila Prabhupada's portrait. Next to Srila Prabhupada is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who is wearing the glasses. This is Srila Prabhupada, spiritual master. One of his wise wisdom is, all those conditioned souls who consider that apparent impediments to their happiness are harmful, or the cruelty of the Supreme Lord, see only the first move of the chess game. They are unable to foresee what lies beyond the fourth or the fifth move. So Krishna knows everything. Krishna knows what is good for us. So we think only, oh, this is good for me, oh my gosh, everything is done and dusted, what am I going to do with it? But Krishna knows what is best for us. Only thing, we need to be more patient and tolerant, and just to see what Krishna is taking us. Again, then Krishna is talking about the equanimity. Whenever happiness comes or distress comes, just be neutral. It's easy to say, but it is hard. But when you get, like Prabhu last time talked about her as her salesperson, you always have like targets. You need to hit the targets. What happens when you hit the targets? Of course, you feel happy, and eventually you become a little proud as well. And with this proud, you forget to see other people, their achievement as well. Sometimes we try to neglect that, right? So in that sense, we need to be very careful. We need to be neutral. At the same time, when the distress come, also you need to be careful and just be gentle with yourself and see what is Krishna's plan. Is the best way is just pray to Krishna. Krishna, what you're trying to tell me, please help me. So Krishna will help. Sometimes it comes straight away, sometimes you have to wait for a little bit. But you need to be patient and you need to be tolerant. Now today's verse is, reject all your abominable actions. So herein Krishna is revealing the most sublime process by which we can free from ourselves from these material activities without further entangle with the body. Because in this age it's very, very, very difficult. We entangle ourselves very quickly. For example, as soon as you wake up, the first thing the alarm goes, we go into our phone. Scrolling one after the other, the messages, the social media, then we go to the news, then we go to the paper, what's in there. Then when you hit the outside world, so much negativity is there. You're in the office, you need to work, and so many things. You just kind of entangle so many good ways very quickly. So as you know, because Maya is very powerful, so this material nature consists of 3 gunas, as you know, Sattva guna, Rajoguna, and Tamo guna. So mode of passion, goodness, and ignorance. So sometimes these 3 gunas are translated as rope. So the material energy uses these gunas as ropes to keep us tidy and tangled in this material world. It's very strong out there. It's not easy. Even Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 14, Daivihe ese gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mame mave prapatyante mavametam tarantite. So what Krishna says here is this divine energy of mind consisting of the 3 modes of material nature is very difficult to overcome. Krishna himself is saying, but for those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. So Krishna always, so in the translation, Krishna's words are, this is keep abominable activities far distance by devotional service. When Krishna is speaking about the abominable activity far distance, is completely different to what we are thinking of abominable activities. From our understanding, maybe in generally, we think about it something from his mode of ignorance, maybe a murder, or maybe a theft or burglary or exploitation or all these abuses, happening in this world. That probably we think those are the bad things, bad activities. But there are some good activities as well in mode of goodness, which is giving some charity, be nice to other people, be kind to each other. But Krishna is saying everything is abominable. Krishna is very strong in this one. Why? Because he doesn't wanted us to be in Sattva Guna, he wanted us to transcend. Okay, so Krishna said one should keep all the abominable activities far distance and engage in devotional service. So what we need to do, we need to engage our mind in the service of Krishna. Okay, so when we engage our mind in Krishna, the senses become purified. Okay, so as you can see, our constitutional position is always be servants. Okay, so but our illusion is always whether we want to be the servants of Maya or we want to be servants of God. Okay, so here, actually, the people kind of nowadays, we if you see, is they wanted to be like a boss. I'm the boss of the family, I'm the father, I'm the head of the family. But actually, they are serving the family. They are, in one sense, they are servants. They are serving their senses as well. They are serving themselves. Okay? So our position is always the servants. Even if you look at the animal kingdom, even the birds serve the baby chicks. They fly around, they get some food, and they just feed the chicks. So they are doing some service. Okay, but in material world, the only one selfless service you can think about is the love between the mother and the child. That is selfless. All the other services are always there's an expectation. Even if you go to work, between the relationship between your employer and employee, of course you are doing some service, but there is some expectation. Of course they are going to pay salary. If they don't pay the salary, you're not going to be there. That service is there, but there is always an expectation between the master and the servants. Sometimes it can be a salary, sometimes it can be a food, or sometimes some shelter. You had to give them something. Okay? So our position is always the servitor. Even with the relationships nowadays, if there is any small disagreement, relationships broke because they are not aligning with our senses, our expectation. That is our expectation. Okay? So that's why the real service has to be no expectation. That is the real love. That is the real love that you can give for Krishna. Therefore, we need to have the real relationship with Krishna, because Krishna is the enjoyer, and we are to be enjoyed by Krishna. Now look at it. How Krishna exchanged his love with his devotees. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there's a beautiful story of Vamanadeva and Bali Maharaj. Probably you kind of familiarize with it, the story. So Vamanadeva came as the drove incarnation of Krishna, and he asked for 3 steps from Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj conquered all the 3 worlds. Here also in this verse, it's called about Dhananjaya. Arjuna is the conqueror of all opulence. So, okay, he asked for 3 steps, and Bali Maharaj asked, why are you asking 3 steps? I'm so wealthy. Ask more. But then Vamanadeva said, no, 3 steps is more than enough. Then what he did? He expanded himself. Then 2 steps, he conquered all his wealth, the heavenly planets and the hellish planets. Now Vamanadeva asked, what am I going to do? I have taken everything. Where am I going to put my third step? Bali Maharaj said, you have taken everything from me. It's a matter of fact, isn't it? We have everything in our life, but in next moment, we never know what happens. All this opulence will go, matter of fact. So Bali Maharaj said, I have anything to offer, but I can give you my life. Please put your third step on my head. And Bali Maharaj did that. Vamanadev did that. And that because of that, Bali Maharaj became very glorious, because he surrendered to Krishna. He gave, this is my body is yours. Please take it. So that is pleasing to Krishna. That is the real love. There is no expectation. So this is something that we have to think about always. Because here, then after that, Vamanadev asked, I wanted to give you something because I have taken everything. But he said, no, I'm yours. I have surrendered soul. So because of that, Krishna was so pleased. On his own will, Krishna said, I become your doorkeeper. So when you're there, I'm your doorkeeper. So I'll be your servant, and you order me whatever you want me to do. That is the real love. Even Krishna came as a chariot driver to Arjuna. You know, when they do the battlefield, they need to go, they have to aim their enemies. So they can't see, go left here, go left, right there. They don't say that. Arjuna needs to kick Krishna's shoulders, whether you want to turn right or left. That is the precision Krishna is taking. Because there is a love there. Because Arjuna is a pure devotee. So when there is a reciprocation come, this is where we need to look for. We need to use our senses in a right way. We need to use our human body in a right way. Because this energy, we have to use it for Krishna's service. Same thing as well is the time as well. Because what happens if we ask something in return, it will become a business. We are dealing with something to do with a business. We don't want to do that. Krishna is looking for your love. Krishna has everything, but the only thing he is looking for your love. Patram pushpam parantoyam yome bhaktra payatate. You know, Krishna is telling, if you offer with me with love, a water or milk or fruit, I will surrender to you. Only thing he's looking for love. Krishna has everything. He's Bhagavan, you know. So even the same thing, if you look at the story of Prahlad Maharaj and Nrsimhadev, Prahlad is none other than Bali Maharaj, great-grandfather, yeah. So Prahlad is only 5-year-old boy. He was tortured by his father, demon father, Hiranyakashipu. Thrown into dungeon, gave poison, milk to drink. You know, there is so much torture, but he tolerated it with so much faith. But when one point Nrsimhadev needed to come because he couldn't tolerate that his devotee is suffering so much and he needs to kill his demoniac father. Then he asked Prahlad Maharaj, what would you like? I need to give you something. But Prahlad says, no, I have did everything with so much great faith. If I ask you something, that is not right, because I did it something for your pleasure. Okay, so even we chanting every day, if we chant with sincerity, it's pleasing to Krishna. That is why we are chanting, not to expect anything from Krishna. Sometimes, you know, certain things comes, the mercy comes immediately. Sometimes you have to wait for the mercy. It can be 10 years, 15 years. But Krishna is looking for your patience and tolerance and sincere and faith. And it comes when it's need to come, it comes. So our human body is not to go west. So we need to put Krishna in our center of our life. And we need to, with great patience and great faith, we need to mold our life. And we need to continue to serve in devotional service. In this way, we can keep all the abominable activities far distance. So I want to say like a final story I just heard recently from my spiritual teacher. So there's a king and the 4 queens. You must have heard it because it was said in the Gita Jayanti with His Holiness Swambhavan Kesha Maharaj. So the king has 4 queens. So the first queen, he put so much attention to it. So much attention. So he just do anything for that queen. For the second queen, he took him everywhere, around the kingdom, everywhere. He took everywhere. Just come and see, he took everything. With the third queen, he got so much attention. He loved her so much. He loved her so much more than him. And the fourth queen, what he did, he completely neglected. He neglected her completely. So that's the time came. Okay, he is on his deathbed. Now he is asking his first queen, can you please come with me? The first queen said, no. Once you are gone, I am gone. I can't come with you. He asked the second queen the same question. She said, no, I'm gone as well when you're gone. I can't come with you. The third queen, she said, oh, maybe I can come all the way to the cemetery. Not more than that. The fourth queen, he was completely neglected. She said, yes, I'll come with you. Wherever you go, I'm there with you. I'll be there to you. So he kind of baffled. So what is the lesson from here is the first queen is our body. We put so much attention to our body, to maintain our body, exercise, do this, do that. Why we are having this body, first of all? To perfect our life, to serve Krishna, right? That's why we are here for. But we put so much attention to our body. Of course, we need to be healthy, definitely. But why? Always we need to ask, okay, we need to be healthy, but what are we using for? The second queen is all his opulences, the material opulences. He took it everywhere, all around the kingdom. Oh, look at me, look at me. But all gone. When he's gone, everything is gone. Yeah? The third queen is his family and friends. Yes. What can they do? They can come only to the cemetery, not more than that. But the final queen is Krishna. Krishna is in your heart. Krishna, we are soul, but Krishna is residing with us as Paramatma, Super Soul. He is witnessing everything, all our actions. If you ask who is the closest to us, is always Krishna. Paramatma is always closer to your heart. So yes, Krishna is there. Wherever you go, even when you move to your next destination, He's the one who's going to come. So we have to really think what we are going to do about it, our material body. So it was a really beautiful process, I have to say. It's amazing. It's an amazing journey. It's very adventurous as well. It's always ups and downs, even in spiritual life. But then you have the knowledge. That's why we have this Bhagavad Gita to teach you how we can navigate all these problems. Okay? So Lord Krishna's instruction to Arjuna is always remember me. But if you look at Lord Chaitanya's injunction is, Lord Chaitanya is here, you can see in the middle, who is the incarnation of Radha and Krishna together 500 years ago. He says, always chant the names of Krishna. Kirtaniya Sadahari. When you chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Krishna is actually present with you in your tongue, in your mind. So Krishna is actually there. Sometimes we don't feel it. That's why it takes time. So we need to be very patient. We need to be faithful. We need to be more sincere. Just chant at least one round a day, if you can. Please, just see. Don't expect anything from Krishna, but just think it's going to please Him. I wanted to please Krishna. He has given us everything. The water to drink, the food to have, the house to live. The basic needs are there. What else we need more? We ask for more and more and more, never ending. But some practical tips we can think about. Always add something little every day. I remember I got the holy name from one of the devotees. I'm very grateful for her, actually. And she said, yeah, just do kind of 3 times. I said, okay. I never been to the temple. I didn't know I'm from Sri Lanka, actually, so I never know about the Hare Krishnas or anything like that. So I got the holy name. So in the morning, I just say 3 times, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then in the evening, I just do 3 times. So something happened in Krishna inspired me. I liked it as well. So 3 became 5, 5 became 10, 10 became 20, and I just kind of say it. So I heard about this 108, but I never know about this mala or anything like that. So one day I just sat down. I put a piece of paper and a pen, and I'm just kind of counting. Okay, 10, I put tally. I'm making tallies there. And when it came to 108, it took me 20 minutes. I thought, wow, it's amazing. Okay, I did it. Then, of course, I got the beads after that Japamala and everything. But it's such an amazing journey. When you have the desire to serve Krishna, Krishna gives that strength to you. Krishna will inspire you. So it's amazing. You know, as soon as you wake up in the morning, some practical tips I said. In your phone, when the alarm goes, maybe your screen, who you have on your screen. I have Srila Prabhupada, because from Srila Prabhupada only Krishna came to the West. So I always have Srila Prabhupada and I touch his lotus feet. You can have anyone. You can have Radha Gokulananda, you can have Sitaram Lakshman, Gauranita, Srila Prabhupada. Who you are seeing first thing in the morning. Then you wake up, okay, take a shower, and go to Krishna. If you can't do one round may take like 6-8 minutes. If you can't do it, just do it the way I did. It's a busy life. Okay, you're getting ready to work. Okay, on the way to the children, I worked in a school as well for many years. I can see some children, how hyper they are when they come. To calm them down, just put some kirtan on. It's really helped them. Even when you go to work, you can listen to some kirtan, you can listen to some lecture. Make sure you spiritualize yourself. Something little in your life. Then go to work. Your computer password, Krishna 108. Here you go. On the desktop, have a Krishna's picture. So now you have this knowledge, you are reading the Gita. Then when you interact with them as well, you see things differently and you can interact with them in a different way as well and try to help them. It's not only about me, oh, I got it, this is my boundary, I'm fine. No, you got this knowledge. Just go out and serve. Just help other people. Maybe you can take some prasadam, or you can make some prasadam home and offer to Krishna and offer to your friends and colleagues. Even in the morning, everybody has cereal when you have children, or porridge or whatever. Offer a glass of milk to Krishna and share with everyone. Of course, they will become spiritualized. Something simple, something small. Offer a fruit to Krishna in the morning and share with everyone. Every little you are adding a bit is going to be your profit. There is not going to be a loss. Add little bit in your life. And then whenever you have time, just come and serve at Bhaktivedanta Manor. We have so much service, a beautiful community, and we have so many courses are happening. Yes, just connect with the devotees. They are very amazing. And you can see them grow. And it was really nice. And always make sure to reflect your day as well. Okay, how it went, what can I do, or how should I have improved my life today. It's very important. We are in Kali Yuga. It was really important. I can see this is one of my daughter here. I can see them, how they grow. You know, they are in that youth where they go to teenage, and I can see all whatever the bad habits nowadays children have, it's when they go to high school, everything comes, it's an influence. But they have a very good community, they have a very good friends. So that, of course, they have fun like other people. They hang out together, but it's a different mood, the different mindset. It really helps them. We have Krishna Club here as well. Just please, please, please think about your future and the future children as well. So we need to raise them in a spiritual way because the world is not in a good place, you know. We need that. We really, really need that. Yeah, so at least I finish here. I think I have only 1 or 2 minutes. If anybody have any corrections or comments or any questions, please free to ask. But also please do look outside. There are so many courses are happening. For me, Gita Life, for many of us here, Prabhu also here as well. There are so many others as well here. It's a life-changing. So it's a 10 weeks course actually. They just talk about in a practical way how you can apply Gita in your life. It is very, very important. Hope this helps, and looking forward to see you all soon. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Thank you so much.